The beast paused at the edge of the boundary between green grass and burnt earth. Its head angled to the side, its teeth gnashed together. The black eyes darted from point to point, the calculating gaze examining the terrain before it. All life had paused along the border. The birds rested motionless on their branches. Their songs had faded into an abrupt silence. No creatures stirred among the grasses. Even the wind paused in anticipation. After a moment of survey, the beast took a hesitant step forward. The black claws of its feet tore into the grass underfoot. The healthy green blades were severed as they were crushed into the soft soil below. The emotion, the blackness that followed the creature seemed to spread in its wake, leaving a barely perceptible stain on the ground. With a turn of its head toward the wasteland at its rear, the beast opened its mouth. The wail that echoed from its lips was jarring. With the cry, birds leapt from their perches, taking flight, scattering into the sky above. The creatures seeking shelter in the grasses scurried away, hastening to put distance between themselves and the beast. As the flutter of wings and commotion in the underbrush ceased, only silence remained. The calm only lasted a moment. From the depths of the wastes behind the solitary blackened creature, cries from a host of unseen mouths answered the call. Chapter 1. The muffled cry of alarm woke Onder from the light slumber he'd adopted as a habit over the cycles. The ring of his sword freeing its sheath sang over the roar of the waterfall that crashed into the pool along the edge of the square. The pervasive mists that clung to Tabinville blurred the few sources of light in the area. Illumination from the torches and lanterns was confined to diffused halos suspended in the particulate. They dotted the road leading into the Erlyn, burning alongside the scattering of buildings that lined the path. His body responded instinctively. Onder rushed from under the cover of the crudely constructed tent along the edge of Tabinville's lone square. The distant circle of light at the edge of the Erlyn's entrance snuffed out. The scant light from the moon and stars above did little to illuminate the village through the mist. His eyes struggled to make sense of the murky darkness. Onder squinted into the night as he raced toward the woods. The area along the mouth of the forest's entrance appeared blacker than its surroundings. A thick, endless darkness swelled. The phrenic archer Cape blew past him, her innate speed carrying her at a rate that defied logic. Strands of his hair blew across his face as the wind in her wake jostled it. The massive figure of Ram, followed by the slender form of Vox, streamed by. They passed as if he were standing still, not running at a sprint. Small blue flames crackled around the elementalist's left arm. Though his eyes struggled to make out the details, his senses were fully aware of what approached through the shadows. His gut feelings had saved his life on more occasions than he cared to recall, yet the sensations that swelled over him now defied his experiences. He'd witnessed firsthand the horrors of the Horde, the wicked, unnatural fighting ability. He'd sensed the pure hatred and malevolence that pulsed from the very core of their beings. Onder tasted the flavor of those emotions now. The black stain of hatred, fear, and hopelessness that washed over him was startlingly similar. He knew the truth, the disastrous fate that awaited the tributes once they left the walls of the stocks. Their withered shells would be imbued with the essence of the evil Horde. If they survived, they would become the Lee Guard. It was they who streamed from the mouth of the woods. Between the phrenics who had rushed past and the Lee Guard, a solitary figure stood. His body was wrapped in a pale glow, almost as if the light was pulsing from his left arm. Ryle. The phrenics cried out in warning as they raced forward. They still had too much ground to cover. The line of the approaching Lee Guard stalked silently. Ryle walked calmly forward. Without warning, he thrust his arm into the sky. The golden glow swelled around his arm, growing brighter by the instant. A pinpoint of light burst to life above his outstretched hand. It remained stagnant for an instant before blossoming into a massive ball easily a meter wide. The orb burned with the brilliant light of the sun, pushing back against the approaching